Hopefully.
We didn't
Well,
plan an intro.
yeah. Welcome to our first coffee talk with Dillos Diz, probably mostly with Jen and guest, but you never know what will happen. This is an idea I had during our meetup in November, and I was like, we should go live more on the YouTubes. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should do something in the morning here and there, and we can chit chat. We could do a little coffee talk. We can show off our mugs. I got a little monorail. Yeah, see? And
Is that the
we
answer,
can
Mike?
just chit chat, nothing crazy. Maybe a half hour,
Maybe
maybe
5 minutes,
maybe a year. We'll just keep going until next theme park Thursday.
10 minutes.
Yeah. But with so much news dropping in the past few days, my friend Jeffers here. Say hi, Jeffers.
Hello, Jeffers.
Oh, we gotta like fix your name. You're so formal on here. Actually, you have your
What do I
full
say?
name on here.
Oh, I don't know how to.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know.
I don't. I
People
don't even
know.
understand. Let's
Please
see.
don't talk to
People.
me.
Yeah.
I don't even
He's
really know what that means.
if
Nobody's
you
gonna get
know
it.
him as Jeffers. So we're gonna chit chat about all the deals that Disney dropped, and because we have been having text chains where Jeffers types for like 10 minutes, and then I go, I'm not reading all that, so we should probably just hop on and do this live and have a conversation. Just kidding, I do read the text. Don't come for me, don't at me. But so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna chit chat about all the deals that they dropped regarding the hotel prices and the ticket prices and whether or not it makes sense and how it makes sense. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. How are you, Jeffers?
I'm good. How are you,
I'm
Jen?
good.
No. What am I supposed to call you? I don't know. Good.
It's
Well,
fine.
this is it's off to a fine start.
It's fine.
First and weekly coffee talk.
Yeah.
They've all. They're gonna have a lot to live up to after this one.
Pretty soon we'll do it daily. Who knows what'll happen? You
Daily,
never know.
selling
Um,
teasers or gifts.
and so Jeffers beforehand was like, "Hey, do we have like an intro?" And I was like, "No, we're just gonna start it. We're just starting it because recently we started using Riverside. And if anyone else uses Riverside, please let me know. How do you do an intro without seeing us for a split second first? Why is that? I put it up on the screen, then I hit go live, then you see us, and then why? Why is that happening? So I didn't want to do the intro for that purpose. And we heard Frank clear his throat before Theme Park Thursday the other day. So, you know,
Correct.
there's things. We're
It's
figuring it out. So we're
we're
just hit go
figuring it out.
live and we just start talking. That's what
What
happens.
you do is you should print out like on a piece of paper an
Yeah.
intro and then just like hold it. And that can be like your high tech
Oh yeah.
intro. There you go.
We're
And then
going
nobody will see you.
live.
We're going
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
That could
How many 4 day, 4 ticket for 6 night deals did you book yesterday?
I booked 0. How about you?
Zero. I booked zero as well.
Well, that's our
Uh,
show. Thanks for tuning
like
in and we'll see you real soon.
it's a really, really good deal.
It is a really
It's a
good deal.
really good
How
deal.
many did you play around? How many trips did you playbook yesterday? Not play,
Y-
playbook.
I really only focused in on the 2 days because I felt, based on an upcoming trip
Hmm.
and based on last year's trip, to kind of have a point of comparison.
Yeah.
And no matter what way I sliced and diced it, I could not make the, what are we calling this? Two and two free? What are we actually calling this
Yeah.
deal? What's the deal
What
we're
is
calling
it? Let's see. Is there like an official name of it? Let me see. I'm going to the. I have the Disney
it?
Parks
Things we
blog
should have
up.
had written
Maybe you know
down.
what? Let me read what this deal is, and then So
That'll
this
extend
is
out the show.
called
Perfect.
this is called ad-free days to your stay. You can get 2 free room nights and theme park days when you purchase a select 4 night, 4 day, or longer Walt Disney Travel Company room and ticket package. That means at least 6 days to experience Disney World, where you can savor every moment, take time to relax at your resort, and enjoy your favorite rides. This deal is available for visits most nights, May 26th through September 15th, and you can only be booked. Oh no, and can only be booked January 6th through February 15th. So that's the deal we're discussing right now.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a good deal if for people that either already had a trip booked that didn't have a discount, right? It's
Mhm.
like free money, although it complicates things like it sounds great to get 2 extra days, but if you've already got flights booked, all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like, oh, well, how do I? Oh, now my flights are $800 more if I try to push
Right.
it again.
Yeah.
So there's so many different like complicating factors in the deal, but I'm just trying to look at it based on like what we had booked last year because we had a 4 day or 4 night stay at the Polynesian last year with an annual pass holder discount. RIP,
Mhm.
annual Jeffers annuals pass. Did I almost renew it just so I could see the deals that dropped this week and the same deal? It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
close, but I
Yeah.
did not.
Yet.
Yet. And then we got a trip in August, which is a 7 night stay at Pop Century. That's, if I find flights, blah 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 blah. But it's a bounce back, or it was a bounce back slash Canadian resident ticket deal, and I've
Mhm.
now since switched that to there's currently a Canadian resident room discount, which I think is the same discount as the US has right now. It's just a 30% off summer discount.
Mhm.
Combined with the Canadian resident ticket deal, which is not available to American residents and is probably the best ticket deal out there. Yes. But so that's, out of all the different iterations of the deals that I looked at, that's still the best one. And it's only by maybe $200, but $200 is $200 is $200.
Mhm.
Um, but it's what's so funny. I was looking this morning, and I think there was 8 separate deals on our page because there's a Canadian resident ticket deal for a big block of time from basically now until September or October. There's a Canadian resident room deal from January to the end of April. There's a Canadian room discount. So that one was 25%. Then there's a 30% discount for May through September. Then there's the Disney Plus 3 tickets, 1 park a day, perk, whatever that is, for a
Mhm.
very good deal price wise. Of course, a lot of restrictions there. Now there's this new, whatever you just said it was called. I forgot already.
Add days
Uh,
to your stay.
Add days tickets. So
Add free days to your stay.
if there was ever a uh, like advertisement or reason for travel agent, if you're
Mhm.
just a regular, once or twice, this is my first Disney trip, or maybe we'll go on a second Disney trip. I'm not into this stuff. If there's ever a reason,
Yeah.
I think this is it. Because I think like so many people would just go on any given day and book whatever deal happened to be available and then never think about it again, right? Like that's
Yeah.
what most people would do. They would, my
Mhm.
Disney trip's booked 6 months from now. I'm not going to look at it again. Disney doesn't email you, I don't think, saying, hey, your package is cheaper. So
Yeah.
I'm not here to push travel agents. I'm not opening my own travel agent. No, I'm just
Yet.
kidding.
Again, yet.
Yes.
I tell you
Again,
every day
yes.
you need to.
But just like the amount of numbers that I've gone through to shave a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there, it's a lot of work, right? But not huge differences, but which I think is part of the funny thing that like describing to Mrs. Jeffers, it feels like it's you guys have Michael's down there, right? Like the
Mhm.
craft store.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like everything in there is outrageously priced, right?
Mhm.
But every time you walk in, 60% off this,
Yeah.
75% off this. I like Disney just continues to raise their prices, but then there's a different discount, huge discount, like
Mhm.
40% annual pass holder discount
Yeah.
off of $900 rates or $1,000 rates. Like, stop raising the prices.
Yeah.
Just stop raising the prices and have a regular price. And then when you have a deal, it's a deal. Anyway, that's
Right.
great. No more tangents. What do you think? Do we want to get into like specific examples or
Yeah, we can play around. Hello to Troy, who did drop
Troy?
in or is dropping in from work. I hope you have headphones on, Troy. Um,
Did I swear?
no,
Oh,
why?
headphones, right. No, that's
Oh,
why you said headphones.
just
No.
because he's at work. I was like, what? Did you? Did I
Okay.
miss it?
I mean, it's possible.
It's a family-friendly show. We don't do
This
that
is a
here.
family friendly show.
Yeah, I mean, we had said this yesterday. I feel like, and I will also say, because we recorded tomorrow's Theme Park Thursday episode on Monday. This was before the official deal dropped, so all the rumblings were happening. So we will talk about it a little bit on there again. And as we say on the podcast that will drop tomorrow, we're probably already outdated with our information because all of the news is happening too fast. But yeah, I think it is a good deal, and I think it's a good deal, especially for those that have never been to Disney before, because you're when I was figuring out the math, which, again, Disney math, it just makes sense. This is too much Disney math to make sense.
It's a
It's
lot of math.
like
It's a lot of
so
math.
complicated. It does seem like it's saving money, and if you can get 2 extra nights and 2 extra days, I think when I initially looked, I said, this is already annoying me because it was like the moderate resorts save up to $150. I'm like, moderate resorts are never
Mm.
$150. So I'm going to need that up to like two at least, because I do see them drop a little bit below two every once in a while. So it's like, well, that's not a free night now, is it? So whether or not you're actually getting a free night or just a very heavily discounted situation, cool. We also mentioned that over the summer you have the water park. So, I mean, all in all, if you can get the free water park day, if you can get 2 extra days and 2 extra days of tickets, I mean, that's a pretty good like first timer trip, or like you said, second timer. But yeah, it's all so much.
Yeah. And the problem is if you're evaluating it against the, like, I think they call it the rack rate, like the normal
Hmm.
rate, the non-discounted rate, it looks fantastic, right? Like, so
Yeah.
for my trip upcoming in August, if I just apply no discounts
Hmm.
for 7 nights at Pop Century and a preferred pool view room because I'm a preferred room prince, I need to be those sorts of things.
I need to be right next to the pool while everyone else has to walk across the resort.
Exactly. It was 48.81.
Hmm.
Now with the 6 day, uh, so your extra 2 days of tickets, pay for four, whatever, 41.57. Fantastic. That looks
Hmm.
great. But
Yeah.
what did I already have booked? I had a bounce back booked with
Hmm.
potential. I hadn't bought the tickets yet because I had a room only bounce back, and then this Canadian ticket offer came up. Um, but it was going to be 38.20. I'm like, well, that's you know $300 cheaper than this new 2 days, two free tickets deal.
Yeah.
And then the room discount package with the Canadian ticket, which I could fiddle around with, was only $80 more, and I could book that as a package. So I went ahead and booked that one, so I didn't have to, because I don't really like buying the tickets, 8 months out, right? Because then you've got $2,000 worth of tickets purchased, which is crazy. Which
What?
is
That's not
this
how
is the
much they
interesting
cost.
thing.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. This is the interesting thing, and the thing that I dove into this morning about the deal was, and so yeah, so to get back to that original point, was like you look at the first rate, you go, oh my God, that's $5,000 at regular price.
Hmm.
But the problem is there's always some sort of room discount on. So you can only really evaluate discount versus discount versus discount at any kind of given time,
Hmm.
because the likelihood that you're going to be traveling in a time where there's absolutely no discount
Yeah.
is pretty low,
Yeah.
right? And that's where I think it's a little kind of disingenuous. And that's where, like, to me, the difference is on a week long vacation of $200 over four different discounts. That's what makes it so frustrating, is the fact that every time a new discount comes out, I have to go, okay, I got to go back, which I don't mind doing. I do it anyway.
Yeah.
I do it when I don't have trip books. But it's when all of a sudden it's like, well, am I going to save a bunch of money?
Yeah.
And of course, everything I'm saying is look through the prism of a family of four, week long vacation with a park hopper.
Hmm.
Two things I discovered on really digging into this deal was that if you are going to book 7 nights, they don't prorate the discount at all. That seventh night, like, so if you were going to be four, you book it as
Hmm.
a 6 night package, you get it 4 nights for the price of 4 nights and two. But if you were like, well, I was going on a 7 night vacation anyway, so I'm just going to put in the dates with the new discount code,
Yeah.
that seventh day gets tacked on as a rack rate day.
Mm.
So that's where people who had a discount on a room beforehand come out ahead, because the 6 nights, did I lose it here? Yeah, 6 nights at rack rate was 48.81, and then the 6 nights with the Canadian ticket deal, sorry, the 7 nights at rack rate was 48.81, 39.06 for the Canadian, 41.57 with the two free nights. But then if I change my rack rate basically it added $300. I
Uh-huh.
totally lost the number here. I got too many numbers written down. But and then the second thing that I discovered was that they make a big deal out of your 2 extra park days for free. But if you actually look at the cost of park tickets, a 5 day, the difference between a 3 day park ticket and a 4 day park ticket, a 3 day park ticket is $477. Sorry, again, this is with a park hopper.
Yeah.
A 3 day park ticket, the 3 day park ticket with park hopper was $477, and the 4 day park hopper is $596. So that's a $120 difference a day. But if you just pay regular price, no ticket discount, and go to 6 days, it's $657. So it's only a $60.88 difference between, like, without a discount, no discount. It's only $60 to add those 2 days on anyway. So unless you have like 4 or 5 people in your room, the savings isn't that big. Because the way Disney's always done it is once you pass that 4 day mark, the cost of their tickets per day
Mm-hmm.
plummets. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like, it's tricky. It's very tricky. That's what.
Yeah,
That's what
and
I'm
and I
thinking.
have seen others talk about that too. The whole idea of they're pushing the longer you stay, the more discounts you get, and which you know typically when I see those, like when you're looking at the price of the tickets and what a 3 day ticket is versus 7 day ticket, and you're like, well, that looks nice, but also a 7 day ticket. Now I got to factor in the hotel and the flights, and I'm
Yeah.
just, it's all adding to it. Troy did say Disney math 4 = 6. If they really wanted to get traction, it should have been buy 6 and get a seventh for the 6-7 deal.
Oh,
So
six, seven,
that would have been
6, 7 summer.
good.
Six,
A
seven
6-7
summer.
summer, man. Um,
Why are we in Disney marketing?
right, we should be. They really should be consulting us at all times. Yeah, again, the numbers all make my head spin. I will say, I do think you guys up there get way more discounts than we get. But at the same time, you're also paying a lot more because of the exchange. So, I don't know. It's probably all equals out in some way, but I often do not see that many deals offered for us down here as you are listing out that you guys see up there.
You guys don't always have a room dispensary. Come on.
Yeah.
Always room dispensary. I found what I was looking at before. So the
Okay.
difference between the 6 night and the 7 night. So the 6 night on the new deal, the 2 and 2, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it, was 41.57.
Okay.
For 7 nights. For 7 nights. But if you only go 6 nights,
Hmm.
it's 37.53. So it costs you, if you were just like, oh, they've got this great new deal, we're gonna get 2 more days of tickets. We were going for 7 days anyway. If you add that seventh day, it's $404 more to
Uh-huh.
add the day because they're tacking on that seventh day non-discount. Whereas if you have a room discount of 30%, whether you're going 4 days or 12 days,
Hmm.
every day is getting discounted by that 30%. That makes sense?
I mean, no, but yes, no, it
Yeah.
does.
When are we going
It's,
for 12 days anyway?
I don't know. Right. I mean,
Should we?
and your upcoming trip in August, that is a one hotel stay
Yeah, this one. Right? The deluxe days are over. The deluxe deluxe days are over. We're
for now.
for
For
now.
now.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's Pop Century for us this time, and 7 nights. And the kids, you know what? I hate to say it, but kids preferred Pop Century to the Polynesian.
the
I
kids
don't.
like that.
They don't understand. And Mrs.
I,
Jeffers was like, it's it's not worth the extra. We had a perfectly. It was like we had a perfectly good time at Pop Century. I'm like Disney mapping my way, trying to figure out how to do it again, and she's like,
right.
don't save the money,
Yeah.
just stay. I'm like, but it's
Yeah.
the Polynesian.
But it's the
It was
Polynesian.
amazing. It was amazing.
I know. That's the thing about those value resorts, which, Pop Century and Art of Animation. When do you guys start getting called moderate? Because
Moderate, yeah.
come on. I mean, but
Well,
they're so fun and like the kids love all those hotels. So obviously, they're like, why are we gonna go stay at the Polynesian? It's like, because of the vibes. Why
yeah.
don't you guys
You mentioned the moderate resort pricing, but the discount or the rate that they're using in August,
Uh-huh.
in August,
Uh-huh.
for the bounce back, for all, anyway, they're all the same rate because they're discounted.
Hmm.
Before discount, rack rate, $257 a night for the preferred pool view. Now you can
Yeah.
get I think it's 196 a night standard room, but like you want a preferred room, $256 a night.
Yeah.
And when I was looking at it earlier in the year, there are days, and I think they're in December, Pop Century's over $300 a night.
Yeah.
$300 a night.
That's not a value resort.
That's the old beach club prices. That's the like
Yeah.
from not. It's funny. I always used to like. So we started going to Disney again in 2019, and of course there was the little thing called the pandemic.
Mhm.
And
Da-da-da-da-da.
my friend Samantha, also a big Disney fan, would always do beach club. They love beach club, beach club,
Mhm.
beach club. And my line with her was always like, it's $230 a night for French Quarter. It's $480 a night for the beach club. I'm like, I can go 2 nights at the French Quarter for every night at beach club. And my focus always used to be the resort price, the resort price, the resort price.
Mhm.
But as we've gotten to where we are now, it's the ticket price that
Yeah.
is changing
Mhm.
everything, right?
Yeah.
Like we wanted to think about maybe going to Epic Universe and Universal Studios. The kids have never been there this summer.
Mhm.
So I'm like, well, we'd only need a 3-day ticket at Disney and we'll get a 2 or 3-day ticket at Universal. 3 days at Universal in August, $2,200 for 4 of us.
Mhm.
Like, which of course that's the same price as the 3 days at Disney, which
Yeah.
you just accept. But when
Mhm.
you start doing the two of them, you go, and I do wonder if part of this whole like 4-day, 2-day free strategy, part of it is we don't want people going to Universal, right? So
Mhm.
like people are gonna now like, well, it's $240 more for the 4 of us to go 2 extra days uh, or it's free now, right? It's,
Yeah.
usually it's $60 anyway, but like I can go to Universal. It's gonna cost me another $1,000 or $1,400, or I can go 2 more days for free.
Mhm.
Like I'm
Yeah.
wondering if there's just a tiny bit of that in the pricing as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the fact that like the summer has been the time to like really get your deals because it has been slower is really crazy to me because um when we were growing up, we went during the summer and it was insanity. And we would go towards the end of August, hoping for a little bit of a reprieve because schools in the South had already gone back, but all of us in the Northeast still had one more week or whatever. But like the summertime was the crazy time to go to Disney because there used to be true lulls at Disney where you don't really have that overall anymore. I mean, I feel like the beginning of February used to be like a very quiet time. Even the beginning of December used to be a quiet
Mm.
time. And it's like that does not exist anymore. Anytime people are like, well, when's like a slow time at Disney? I'm like, I guess the summers are slower now. But even
Right.
that, like, and they are, but still not what it used to be. So you also wonder how many factors are at play for when they do these deals. But I do remember, I think in 2021, they did the 4-day, one park a day ticket, which I think I got. And then since then, haven't seen that one. Now they do the 3-day, one park, but you can't go to Magic Kingdom, which is always like,
Yeah.
but Magic Kingdom tickets are really expensive. Why don't you make a deal out of this? Which goes back to this deal now. Well, then maybe this is good because you can go to all the parks. You're not limited to any, and you are getting more of a deal. And maybe you could do 2 days in the Magic Kingdom if you wanted, or whatever, or 3 days. I don't know how it works with all of that, but yeah. Oh, hi, Lewis. Thanks for being here for 5 minutes to up my
Hi,
views.
Lewis.
Yeah, July was slow. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
And the other thing I wonder if it's in like a response to just the type of package that they're releasing now is I always used to be a person that would, if we're going on a 7-night trip, I'm just getting a 7-day ticket with a 7-day park hopper, and that's it because we're there for
Mhm.
7 nights. So I want the ability to go to a park every day, whether or not I want to. And like I said, Disney math. Once you hit those 5, 6, 7, like the price per day per ticket nosedives, right? But now, with the cost of tickets the way they've gone up, be with the cost of Genie Plus, which is now, or whatever, Lightning Lane Multipass,
Mm-hmm.
which is I think exceeding $40 a day now for some parks. Times 4 people in your family, that's a single day of $160, right? I've gotten to the point where I'm like, well, let's just book in. I used to do 7 day tickets. I'm doing a 5 day ticket now. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna book a full resort day. We're not even gonna go to the resort. I just wonder how much of the like additional charges for Genie Plus has had people like me that just say, well, we used to get 7. We used to just pop into the parks for half a day
Yep.
and then leave. And
Mm-hmm.
now I'm not doing that because I don't want to even think about. Because if I go and I'm going to Epcot, I'm like, well, I'm gonna buy a Guardians. It's only
Mm-hmm.
$20, right? But if I don't have the ticket and I can't go, I'm not going to do that. So I'm wondering if they're seeing those price increases affecting like how many days
Yeah.
families are visiting the parks, right? And of course, the cost of the tickets has, you know, skyrocketed. Because I
Yeah.
have my wife's receipt from 1992, and 5 of them went to 4 parks, or for 4 days, for $680
Mm-hmm.
for all of them, like all
Yeah.
5 of them. It was a total of $680, and now that would be $3,000 for 5 people,
Yeah.
probably.
I mean,
It's
it's,
crazy.
and I would love to just see like all the analytics on all of it. I
Yeah.
want to see all the trends they're seeing. I want to see all the, also, I think just apologize for the noise that may be happening throughout this podcast. It sounds like street sweepers are out. I don't know why are we doing that? I'm not sure. But anyway, I also wanted to mention, because this is something I'm I have not done a dining plan at all. And I'm wondering, I'm thinking they can be combined, but the free dining plan for kids, all of from Disney Parks blog, all of these offers can be combined. Oh, they can be combined. There you go. There's my answer. With a delicious deal in 2026, you can get a free dining plan for kids ages 3 to 9 when you purchase a package for you and your children. That includes a dining plan for guests ages 10 and up and a room at a Disney Resort hotel. With a dining plan, you can enjoy the convenience of prepaid meals and snacks during your vacation. Okay, so, and we mentioned this on the podcast tomorrow too, that we don't really fully understand the dining plan, but I can understand enough to know that a deal like the you're getting 2 days of tickets and 2 days at the hotel for free, and
Hmm.
then you tack on this dining plan because you have little ones. I mean, it's a pretty good summer vacation. Again, it's still a lot of money, but
Hmm.
it's more manageable and probably not as scary for people when they're looking into this. Did you used to do a dining plan, but you don't anymore? Or do I have that wrong?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, well, the last time we would have done the dining plan was 2019.
Okay.
But we did the dining plan. So we did the dining plan on our honeymoon. We did, I guess it was just twice. Yeah, the dining plan on our honeymoon and the dining plan in 2019.
Hmm.
And every time I've looked into it since, it hasn't made financial sense. Like, it just,
Hmm.
you really have to eat at all the most expensive places and make sure you get an alcoholic drink with your meal if you're an adult, or a specialty drink if you're a kid. And even then, like, and some people will do the math saying, if I do this character dining, if I do this place, I can come out, on my week-long vacation, $200 a head or $300 a head or
Hmm.
whatever. But in order to do that, you have to eat an awful lot, like you're a lot of table service or a lot of character meals,
Hmm.
and there's no splitting meals. We just can't. We don't. We don't feel good. Like, we noticed even way back when I was young and could eat a lot. On our honeymoon, by the end of it, we said, like, it impacted our trip because we ate so much. Because now the dining plan has significantly changed as well. Back
Hmm.
in 20, sorry, our honeymoon was 2009. Long ago. You would get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. Now, of course, you get an entree, and I believe it's a dessert. But then now the alcoholic drink is included, which before wasn't included, the alcoholic
Hmm.
drink. But so we would go to, you know, uh, via Napoli for lunch, and then we would go to Tepanito for dinner, right? And
Hmm.
like, plus you'd have 2 snacks in there, and you just feel sick by the end of the day. But
Yeah.
we paid for it.
Right.
We
We gotta
gotta
eat.
we gotta eat it.
Yeah.
Whereas now, like, if you get a coffee and a croissant for
Hmm.
breakfast, right? Like, there's nothing for breakfast, and you do
Yeah.
that 5 of your vacation days, and you might split something at Regal Eagle
Hmm.
for lunch. Like we'll basically get 2 meals and split it between the 4 of us at Regal Eagle for lunch, right?
Yeah.
So it's just not we can't find a way to make it really work out. And my mind was always, or has become, that you're paying one way or the other. Maybe you'll break even. If you're gonna
Hmm.
pay for it, I'll just pay for it as I go, and that way I don't have to like. It's fun. So we went. In the 2019 trip was a multi-generational trip with my parents, so there were 6 of us,
Hmm.
and they had the dining plan, we had the dining plan, but Melissa and I had dinners out as like little date nights, and the
Hmm.
parents, the kids, and the coordination it took to be like, oh, well, if I use this 2 credit meal, but you've only used a 1 credit meal, like you're going to end up with
Hmm.
these credits left. And, or by the end of it, we won't have enough credits. And like, it just, to me, it was like, it's the same money.
Yeah.
We're paying the same money, for the little bit of potential savings. It's not worth the aggravation and the
Hmm.
um, work, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Yeah.
having said, free dining plan, if somebody threw me the free dining plan, would I take the free dining plan? Sure.
Right.
But of course, our kids now are both Disney adults, which
Right.
this dining plan doesn't offer. Doesn't offer free ones for 11 and 14-year-olds, so that's too bad. And even then it gets even dicier if you've got like picky eaters or little eaters, right? Where it's
Hmm.
like, I'm paying the adult price for a dining plan where,
Right.
you know, she's going to eat buttered noodles and,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah, that's what and I was going to ask you that. If your kids were in this age range, would you get the dining plan that's more quick service based, um, knowing that they can eat for free and you kind of hop around, but then you're limited to quick service and you might want to go specialty dining, but is it still saving you money regardless, even if you did a couple of nights at a fancier spot?
It would just, it kind of circles back to the beginning of the conversation. It's like it would depend on what other discounts were available, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the quick
Yeah.
service dining plan is actually a much lower risk dining plan to take, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because chances are you can crush through the quick service dining plan, no problem.
Yeah.
If you leave a quick service or 2 meal on the table, oh well, right?
Yeah.
That's not a big
Mm-hmm.
deal. But the problem is sometimes is at the expense of, well, you can't take the, although this one's a combined, but like usually they wouldn't let you combine a room discount with free dining for the entire
Mm-hmm.
family, right? So you'd have to be like, what's better here, the room discount of 30% off of, or 15% off of $250 a day, or is it the free food? Because, but yeah, I think of the two, the quick service, because we are the type of family that we buy the resort mugs, which right now I think they're around $22-23 a pop just for the
Mm-hmm.
resort mug, right? So if that were available and my kids qualified for it, I think we potentially would, because I think it'd be a lot easier to use up all your quick service meals.
Yeah.
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 Alas, they are not.
It's all. I would like to say that you mentioned annual pass earlier and seeing some of those
Sixteen
discounts.
hundred and $29, is that right? 1629. What's our
Uh,
price right now?
this
Maybe
is
they'll
my
throw that.
request. Yeah,
Make those
just
cheaper.
throw it in. It's fine. I
Throw it in.
I know they're probably not gonna do a sale or a deal for annual passes, but if you want to do Disney, I'm here for it. But even if you didn't want to do that, can you offer me or anyone outside of Florida the Florida deal of pay it monthly? Because you got me.
Yeah,
You say
yeah.
you can pay this off every month? I'm in.
I'm
If I
in.
don't have to
Yep.
fork it all out in one lump
I
sum,
would never
I'm in.
not renew it. I would never not
Exactly.
renew it.
Exactly. And would it be a smart financial decision? I don't know, but I would do it. I would absolutely, that would get me in. So why can't we have that, Disney? Why can't you offer that outside of Florida? Do a payment plan.
The annual pass another very interesting Disney math
Mm-hmm.
situation, because
Yeah.
I had my one annual pass here, and well, this ticket deal is a good option, like, because you just think at the time, I think it was that a 15.49 or 14.99, something along those lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone would always just say, well, it's it's 10 days and you break even on the annual pass, right? It's like,
Yeah.
well, it depends. It all depends what kind of tickets you're buying, right? What kind of deals are coming out, what
Yeah.
kind of deals you're getting with your annual pass. But then the big thing is when they put an annual pass rate out in the summertime for
Mm-hmm.
$97 a night at All Star
Mm-hmm.
Sports, and you decide to book another trip. At the end of the day, that trip cost you $2,000. Did you
Yeah.
really save any money?
Yeah. Did you actually? Is there anything? It does.
But I had a
It
great
is.
time. But I had a great time.
But when you go enough times, it pays for itself, and then
It
you're
pays
going for
for itself.
free. So it
And
all works out.
sometimes you book $97 a night, standard room no less,
Uh-huh.
because it was $97 a night at All Star Sports, and you're coming home on your July vacation, and you get a phone call, which of course you don't answer. I was on the plane anyway. Let's not pretend. I was on the plane, and you get off the plane in Syracuse, and you see you have a voicemail, and that scares you. And you see it's from Disney, and that scares you even more because you figure maybe the kids damaged the room somehow.
Yeah.
And then you finally phone them back, and they're like, "Hey, we got a special offer for you. Would you like to go to Coronado Springs instead of All Star Sports for the exact same price?" And you say, "Yes, I would." And
Yeah.
I was going to cancel that vacation, but now I'm going to go. And so that $97 a night free park days was probably a $1,500 vacation. By the time you do the flights and your food,
Right. And details.
good
It's
times.
worth it. It's worth it.
So
And
you
now
got to be
you
careful with
love
these. All I'm
Coronado.
saying is you got to be careful with what these deals are. But to your point, Disney, if more people like Jen had an annual pass, they'd go more often, and it all pay off in the
Yeah.
long run.
Disney's like, why? She went 5 times last year. We got all our money.
We
We
got
don't
all our
care.
money.
And too bad.
But Jen says, "Look, I only spent $60 a day to go to Disney."
Listen, I
Have you
didn't even
ever?
go into the parks in March. Maybe I would have went into the parks and spent some food money had I had an annual pass, but because I didn't, I was like, I'm not going to spend a price on a 1 day ticket to just hop in for a few hours. I'm not going to do that.
And I
And
know
I
the
missed
answer
out.
is no. And I know the answer is no. But
Yeah.
have you ever sat down and pulled out a calendar and written down all of your trips from a year
Hmm.
and written down how many tickets you actually bought
No,
and done that
no, I don't want to do that.
and then said, "Oh, I should have bought an annual pass. Should
No,
have bought one."
because in the small time I do my planning, which is usually, especially with these bounce backs, I go, oh, I can get a bounce back. Great, I love this game. Let's book bounce backs, and then I'm not going to decide if I'm going until about a week or two before the bounce back, but at least it's there just in case I want it. So in that time, I'm not planning. So then everything has to fall into place. Is there a ticket deal? Is there a sale at JetBlue? Is there some sort of card deal? I got to make all the pieces fit. So it all makes sense in that little window. But if I were to sit and tally it all up, I don't want to see that. I
Ooh,
have no interest. No, no,
should do that sometimes.
no, thank you. That's
But you
not up
also
to
get the
you.
feeling once you pay for your annual pass, you get that feeling I've never got to buy tickets again.
I mean,
For a
true.
year. But although if they let you over a month,
It's true.
a month submit, what would that be? Do the quick math on that. 1629 divided by 12. Quick. Not good at math. It'd be like
1,
130,
I don't know.
$130 a month. What's that?
Maybe.
Yeah, but about $130 a month. No, that's way off. That's way off. No, yeah, it's
3.
about $130 a month.
And then if you get it for the whole family, times 4.
That's the problem.
I guess
I
that's
don't
a
mind
big monthly
taking.
payment. But still, I would probably do it.
See, I don't mind the 3 trips a year,
Yeah.
but only one of them the family gets to go.
That's true.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Yeah, they're all home. They're
It's really
listening
bad
to
for them.
you.
It's too bad for them.
Um, Jeffers, final thoughts on these deals.
Anytime that you can find a deal to go to Walt Disney World, I think you should take advantage of it.
Hmm.
If you are listening to the podcast for the first time, is this going on the podcast feed? Is this just a live thing, or it's going to be
This is
deleted after that?
I think this is just alive. Probably just
Okay.
alive. You never know if it'll
If you're
be
watching
thrown in
this,
as a bonus.
if you happen to be searching Google, YouTube, whatever it is, for a Disney planning information,
Yeah.
and you've never gone to Walt Disney World before, get yourself a nice accredited travel planner
Yeah.
because they will handle things like this for you.
Yeah.
Everybody else, it's part of the fun. This is it's in our blood. We love it.
Yeah. This is
But
just a game to us. We just play around with all the numbers.
exactly. And like
Yeah.
find the best 6 days or 4 days or 5 days to go. And yeah,
Seven.
it's gonna be $500 more than it was last year, but it's less than it would have been if we didn't get the discount.
Exactly. So it all makes
Feels
sense.
so good. Feels so
All
good when
makes
you get a discount.
sense.
But just
Well,
be careful out there booking because there's
you never know what you're going to get roped
don't
into.
add the 7th day. Only go for 6. That's what I said.
And that's your
Go for
takeaway, everybody. That's your takeaway from this episode. 6, 7.
And somebody
check
else is gonna.
six.
It's a 6, 7 summer. Also need a book a bounce back T-shirt. I think. Book a bounce.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, we gotta get Frank to book the bounce backs moving forward. Yeah.
He doesn't like those.
No. Yet. Jeffers, thank you for joining me for this trial run of Coffee Talk. We'll see.
First and only. Huh?
First and only? Daily? Weekly? Monthly? We'll see.
TBD.
TBD. But I appreciate it. Jeffers, where can people find you online to follow along with you and chat?
You probably know better than me. Should I just give them my phone number and then people
Sure.
can text me?
No, we don't do that, Jeffers. That's not what we do. They see your full name here, Jeffrey Burkett. But
just Google that. It'll bring up some profiles probably.
You at Schmelty?
I think so. I'm never on TikTok, or I'm never on Twitter anymore. What am I on TikTok? Just
On
find me on
TikTok.
What am I?
I don't know. If you go to my TikTok, you might find him as a duet. So that'll work.
Find me.
That'll work.
Don't find me. It's fine.
It's fine. Tomorrow, a new episode of the Theme Park Thursday on Dillos This Podcast episode drops, the first of 2026. We took a little reprieve at the end of 2025 after doing 24 episodes in a row. So tomorrow, there's a new episode of Theme Park Thursday. We talk about some of the recent news, a little bit about the deals, and we also talk about the Disney end of day walkouts and what each park has to offer when it comes to that. We recorded that over at Dillos Diz Resort, where Jeffers is hanging out, and you can chat with him in our one-channel Discord, which you get access to if you join our resort for only $1 a month. DillosDizResort.com is our Patreon, and we try things out sometimes, and we put up some extra videos or behind the scenes or sneak peeks or whatever. So if you want, just come hang out with us there.
That's
and if
fun.
You're new to this YouTube, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit all the things, tell your friends, and maybe we'll do this again real soon. We'll see.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you know another discount was good? Real quick. You know another discount was good? Remember when you got the $150 dining card? Bring that back.
Oh, see? We have a list for Disney.
That one.
Maybe we come up with a list of here's what we need, Disney. Here's what we're interested in.
Bye.
Bye, Disses.